In this particular demonstration, I set my front and rear dead centers by using an indicator method. The indicator shows when the crosshead comes to a complete stop, and you will do this in the forward direction and the rear direction of each side of the stroke. Basically, you'll be rearranging the indicator so it indicates movement where it is shown in the forward position, and then you'll have to relocate it in the rearward direction. And of course, you want to roll the engine in the direction that you can take all the backlash out of the gear, meaning the main rod, to get the most accurate positioning you can get. Is currently set, it'll be, as it stops, it'll be at 0. And as I continue to move the engine forward, it's stopped, but the valve gear continues to move until we start to come back at that point right there. Now, that area where the main rod is completely stopped, you notice that the valve gear continued to move. And in this particular valve gear, it moved about another 100 plus thousandths. So if you're setting your valve gear with a 15 thousandths lead, you can see how important it is to find true dead center on both sides of the piston so you can carefully and accurately set your valve gear timing events. Of course, you'll be doing this in the forward and the rear, so you'll be setting both sides of the valve gear through the timing ports. In this particular case, this is a piston valve engine. You have timing ports you can look through, and on a slide valve engine, that you'll have to take the cover off, obviously, to check it. But basically, this is one method that you can reliably find true dead centers, front and rear, so you have accurate timing marks. And the final thing that you'll do is, as you pull the engine forward in reverse, in this particular case, if I bring the needle up to 0, I will typically make a tram of some kind, a marking device that has a common reference from at some point maybe back here in the frame, and you'll mark the driver at some point, and then you'll move the engine forward to the next position, which is where the needle just starts to move or just barely starts to move. You'll make another mark. Those are the two marks that you'll divide between the two and mark as your forward dead center mark between both of the marks you originally made, so you know for sure you're at absolute true dead center. And that basically covers this little demonstration.